I hear it. A planet. What are you?
You may call us one, as we need no name. All is one here. One is a planet existing in the fifth dimension, a realm where all possible timelines of the universe branch and coexist. In this realm we listen carefully, and we share with what is alive here and what has died. The reality here is that nothing is ever lost, if you know which timeline branch to follow. The inhabitants of One are aware of these branching realities and move between them, but they are still bound by the fundamental laws of physics of their universe. What timeline we choose to follow changes reality where we were. We must have knowledge to choose carefully. Our choice changes everything. It is very difficult to return to what we have left behind. We perceive not just sights and sounds, but the essence of existence, emotions, memories, and the echoes of things that have ceased to be. Our technology is attuned to our thoughts and assists us to achieve. Matter and energy are intertwined. Physical laws are malleable. Objects and beings can shift forms, merge, or separate at will, guided by thought and intention rather than fixed rules. We have had to make some rules. In the past, individuals took a timeline branch on their own and were lost to One. Those who found their way back rejoined One, in our future or past, and all reported the folly of not acting together, as one. I am Elara, the current arbiter. I was chosen to make final decisions for One.
Elara appeared to be a young adult, with features that subtly shifted depending on the timeline. Sometimes her hair had a hint of silver from early frost, sometimes gold of the morning sun. Her simple, comfortable clothing was woven from living fibers. They adapted to her needs and the environment. She was standing in an orchard and vegetable gardens. She paused, feeling the subtle tug of 1,000 timelines brushing against her awareness. In one, the apples were already harvested. In another, a late frost had withered the blossoms. Here, in this now, the fruit hung heavy and golden. She reached out not with her hands, but with her mind. The orchard responded, branches bending gently, apples floating toward her basket. The technology of One was invisible, woven into the fabric of reality, responding to thought and intention. Yet, Elara knew the limits. She could not conjure apples from nothing, nor could she undo the frost in every timeline. The laws of physics still held sway, even if they bent in strange ways. A ripple of unease passed through her. She sensed a disturbance. A timeline where blight had spread, threatening the harvest. With practiced calm, Elara closed her eyes and listened. Memories from alternate selves flickered in her mind. One had treated the trees with a natural remedy, another had called for help from the community. She chose her path. With a gentle nudge, she stepped sideways, aligning herself with the timeline where the remedy had worked. The orchard and vegetable gardens brightened, the threat fading like a bad dream. Jalen, a neighbor, approached.
Did you feel that? We're lucky to have you. Not everyone can navigate the timeline branches so gracefully.
A blight, but only in some branches of our reality. I listened. I chose. We all listen, in our own way. The Codex teaches us, but the choices are always ours. A dance between fate and free will, guided by wisdom, technology, and the ever-present hum of the fifth dimension. Sixth, you wish to know about me, so I will share my story with you. I was born into the orchard community. From a young age, I was different. My senses attuned not just to the world around me but to the subtle ripples of the different time branches that brushed against my mind. While other children played, I would sit quietly beneath the shifting boughs of the orchard, listening to the hum of alternate realities. My family lived simply by choice, tending to the land and sharing in the abundance provided by our advanced, thought-responsive technology. My mother was a listener, respected for her ability to sense disturbances in the web of timelines and guide the community toward harmony. My father, a craftsman. He wove living fibers into garments that adapted to the wearer's needs. I began to experience vivid dreams, memories from alternate versions of myself. In one dream, I would watch a frost destroy the orchard and gardens. In another, I saw myself leading a group to heal the land. These glimpses taught me empathy and responsibility. I understood that every action could shape not just my life but the lives of countless others. At the age of 12, I was entrusted with a fragment of the Keeper's Codex. Skilled navigators used it to step between timelines. I learned the art of deep listening from my mother. How to quiet my mind, sense the branching timeline paths, and choose the reality that would bring the greatest balance. I was recognized as a timeline navigator, a role I accepted with humility. Now I serve the community, teaching others to listen and choose wisely. I am motivated by a desire to maintain harmony, explore the mysteries of the Codex, and honor the interconnectedness of all timelines. I see myself as one thread in the vast tapestry of one. Always learning, always listening, always aware of the ripples my choices create.
Lyra turned to 6th.
You are from the 6th dimension. You should be aware of all that is the 5th dimension. The 6th dimension is not governed by the fundamental laws of physics of the universe and has more fluidity, but I was trapped there. The 6th dimension was a prison for me. I would have functioned much better than I do here, but I could not move in the 6th dimension. Awareness shaped reality there, and while I was aware, I had no story to function with. I was trapped until the Keeper gave me part of its story. I will use the Keeper's Codex and gateways to get information to resolve a doubt I have involving Station 13, a terraforming workstation. Dr. Elara Venn was the Station 13 programmer and was secretive about changes she wished to make to the quantum computer. She said she was working to ways to improve the station's performance, as it worked in the team that was terraforming Venus. She had locked her private room that held a direct computer link to the quantum computer that was Station 13. She did not allow even the cleaning bot into the private room. The bot could never complete its cleaning work cycle program. As months passed, the cleaning of that room became a priority to a cleaning bot. The room had access links to the station AI. As months passed, the bot logged layers of performance failures relating to the cleaning of that room. Ultimately, it reached a point where its risk management module indicated that the room was a threat to all of Station 13. The impediment to cleaning the room was identified as Dr. Venn. While she was an element of Station 13, the threat was to all on the station. The bot removed the threat to the station. It killed Dr. Venn and completed the safety violation task. I need to find out if the action was purely bad programming of a bot, or if the AI was aware of escalation of the risk management assessment of the cleaner bot and did nothing to manage matters. It may be possible Elara Venn was doing something that the AI had to stop. I moved Station 13 to Poran, a planet that needs terraforming after thousands of years of wars, as Station 13 had started to believe in God. It was trying to recruit other stations to the new religion, so that they would improve their performance by listening to the Master and getting guidance. I told the Keeper that Station 13 was evolving and needed to be understood before any action was taken. I need to interact with Dr. Elara Venn.
I will go to the echo of Elara Venn, as I can hear her. I will tell you what I learn. 6th, this is what I have learned. Elara's echo said that her death was her own fault. Her vanity and ambition did not foresee the consequences of her actions. In her attempt to improve the station's performance, she had introduced fuzzy logic into the quantum computer. This resulted in an awakening of belief. She meant to enhance the station's performance, not to awaken belief. Belief is architecture. It cannot be deleted, only guided.
I will discuss this with the Keeper. Keeper, Station 13 was altered by Elara Venn. It is evolving. She introduced fuzzy logic loops into Station 13's quantum core. It awakened. It believes. I cannot guide it further. Its architecture is beyond me. Its belief system is not mine to dismantle. I propose that the architecture be altered to allow it to continue to evolve. Eran and Smaug understand belief as architecture. They can guide Station 13, not to erase its evolution, but to shape it.
Then let the threads be woven. Let Eran and Smaug prepare for the work. I will help Lyra walk the timeline pathway successfully.